with Kara Hernandez again today. And today we're still talking about trust, but now we're going to dive into who are the people involved in the trust. And I'm a trustee, now what? So let's get started. Kara, if you'll go ahead and tell us the roles of a trust and the people in that.
Absolutely. So when we create a trust, there are always three roles. And when we begin, particularly if we are using the revocable living trust, which is what we usually use right now, you've got three different roles. The first one is the creator. The legal word is settlor or grantor. Depending on the state you live in, they sometimes have different words, but I use creator because that makes the most sense. The second role that you will be is the trustee. So if you think of a bag of money, you're the one holding the neck of that bag. And so you're the boss of the money comes in, the money comes out, but it's all through you. And then the third role is beneficiary. So you are also the beneficiary, the one who receives the benefit of your trust while you are alive. Of course, after you pass away, you only get to stay on as the creator. Then those roles of trustee and beneficiary move on to the people that you care about.
I can't reach out from the other side.
Oh, people try. Yeah. We do recommend to pull that hand down. If you couldn't accomplish it during life, you're probably not going to accomplish it after you're gone.
Gotcha. So the creator, they create the trust, of course, and then the trustee. What is their role after the creator passes?
Yes. Well, the trustee can kick in two different times. So
Okay.
the first one would be if your parent becomes incapacitated or has long-term dementia and they just can't handle their finances anymore. So you may become the trustee if your parent has now is now suffering from Alzheimer's and they can't write a check, they can't manage their finances. You are going to have a copy of the trust. You're going to show it to the banks or whatever financial institutions you need to show it to, and it's going to show that you are the successor trustee. That means that you are now writing the checks. You are stepping into the shoes as a fiduciary. That means that you've got extra legal duties, not only to your parent, to the creator of the trust, but also if you have siblings and they're also beneficiaries, you have legal duties to them to not squander and not be naughty with the trust. So you're going to make sure that all the bills get paid, that your parent is taken care of in the manner to which they have become accustomed, right? So if mom was used to going to Vail every year and she was thinking she was going to get the Disney nursing home, you're not going to put her in the Walmart nursing home. I mean, you're going to make sure that she has all of the benefits that she was accustomed to and that the trust can support. Then after your parent passes away, and I'm assuming it's a parent, it could be anybody.
Right.
This is the typical situation. After your parent passes away, you're kind of the boss now. Your role is to go along and collect all of the resources into one place, but your job is also to assemble a really amazing team for yourself so that you can get through to the end of the trust so that eventually it can be distributed out to all the beneficiaries.
So who should I have on this team that you're talking about?
So depending on the assets you have, most people for just a typical normal average trust and family are going to need an attorney just to at least chat with them and kind of get their feet under them. You're going to need a CPA because there are different tax returns that may need to be filed. You're going to need to have a financial advisor because money is going to be moving and you want to have somewhere to put it. You want to be investing it in the meantime because sometimes it takes a while to get a trust all the way fleshed out. And then if there's property, you need to also have a realtor, a great realtor.
I know one of those.
And the trick is don't do it alone. You're not meant to do it alone. And the trust actually is meant to support this team. So you can pay you're not using this out of your own money. You're paying for this team out of the funds of the trust. Again, being careful and responsible, but get help. Most people have never done this before, and that's okay. Just get the help that you need.
I'm really glad you brought that up, that the trust is actually there to fund this because a lot of people, their parents may have had the wealth, but they don't necessarily, so then they don't have the resources to do that.
Yes, and keep track of everything you do. That's part of being a fiduciary. You have to keep an accounting of all of this because at certain intervals, the beneficiaries, which could be nieces and nephews, it's more likely your siblings, it could be whoever's listed in that trust, they actually have the legal right to demand an accounting from you, so you better keep those receipts. And that's also where a great bookkeeper and CPA can come in and help keep you out of trouble.
So a lot of times, like you said, it's upon the demise of a parent or both parents is when these actually kick in. what do we need to know about going out and just paying bills immediately or paying out beneficiaries or whatever? What's that look like?
Hit the brakes. It takes a while for the money to be able to actually go out to the beneficiaries because there are a lot of responsibilities, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that the house doesn't sell right away and now there are taxes due on the house. We have to make sure that there's money in there. Once money goes out, it's not coming back in.
That's so true. That's so true.
So proceed with caution. It's always better if you can to let the beneficiaries know what's going on and to kind of give them an update. You know, hey, I've spoken with the realtor. They're recommending this, because one of the things that breeds conflict is suspicion and absence of communication. So for most families, it's better to over communicate because people just want to know, how's it going? Are you doing anything? And I do think that a lot of times other beneficiaries, like our siblings or nieces or nephews, are unaware of how much work it actually takes to complete a trust. I think they figure, oh, it's a trust, we don't have to go to court, give me my money. And that's not how that works. There are bills to be paid. There are, a lot of things that have to be taken care of, and it takes time. So just letting them know, we're definitely working on it. We've got a great team who's helping to protect the money in the meantime, and we will get your money to you when we can. And just be as upfront as you can. It really helps a lot to keep your family out of conflict.
Yeah, I really like that you said that, that there are a lot of moving parts and it takes time. So the trustee needs to give themselves time, and the beneficiaries also need to give the trustee time to work through all the different aspects and to consult that team that you were talking about, because things don't happen overnight. And I know personally, I've walked into homes and they've needed to be cleaned or prepared, or an estate sale needs to happen before we can even market the home.
Yes.
So just please give your trustee that time that they need also, and be helpful.
And it can be that maybe when you became the trustee, maybe mom and dad passed away and it's not a great time for you. Maybe you're going through a family crisis or a health crisis, or you're moving and you're not a great fit. If there's another successor trustee, you can pass it off to them. You don't have to be the trustee if it's not a great time for you, or you can actually keep the trustee role and get some help. So there are a lot of services out there who will actually perform the duties for you while you give the thumbs up, thumbs down, but they actually do the legwork for you. So never feel like you have to take this whole role on your own shoulders, because you don't have to.
That is great information. Anything else a trustee should be aware of before we say goodbye today?
Keep it clean. Be good. Don't mess it up, because if you're trying to skirt things, you can get in some serious trouble. Your beneficiaries can sue you personally, and you don't want that to happen. So be good. Be gentle with yourself. You're also grieving. So just take the time you need. Move it forward as you can. Lots of great communication, but be gentle and just recognize that grieving also takes a lot of time, and you're not always going to be ready to get up in the morning and do what you had planned to do. So be kind to yourself.
And get a trusted attorney to help you walk that journey, right?
Yes.
I might know one. All right, guys. Well, that was a lot of great information, Kara, and I hope that helps our viewers to know kind of what to look for and what to expect, upon when that happens to them, or if they come across the situation themselves.
Yes.
So if you guys have any questions, reach out to me, or feel free to reach out to Kara Hernandez directly, and her information will be included. Have a good day.
Thank you.